Okay, so now comes the exciting bit. So we've got our painting what we've done so far. Now what we do is we grab our brush, the bigger brush again, right, and you'll see that over there that I've mixed up some. We'll just put out a little bit of white, a little bit of yellow, and a little bit of blue, and mixed up with some water. I'm going to mix up with some more water now, and then just going to dip it in the water, make it a little bit runny, and then I'm just going to hold it over the painting and flick it like that. This goes everywhere, so you have to be careful. You can see from my hand already, I've got quite a bit of paint on my hand. So just going to flick it around. And this is where I wear a smock on days like this because I know I'm going to get plastered, and it's never good getting in trouble for ruining your clothes. So I'm now going into a bit of the yellow, and I've now got a bit of yellow on the brush, you can see it there. I'm going to flick that around, get another different effect. And then wash out my brush into the blue, and then you've got a bit of blue on the brush, quite a lot on there. I'll flick that on there as well. Gives a great effect. Okay, my brush is a right mess, so I'm just going to grab some kitchen roll in my brush, try and get most of it off my hands. Right, and then what I'm going to do is just wash that brush out. And then I'm going to grab the old card, any card, Barclay card, Tesco's club card, doesn't really matter. And then what I'm going to do is I've dipped it in, I've run it into the paint. I'll show you that, I didn't show you. So I'm actually running it into the paint like that. So I've got it on a line. Can't get me angle back now with the tripod. Right, okay. So then on that line, I'm then just going to drag that down through the painting, across the painting, across the top of the painting. It's important when you do this that you don't make it too symmetrical. You need to have different shapes going in different directions, but you don't really want one going up straight up through the middle or straight across from side to side. You want one which is going to just create different effects. And what I'm doing is I'm dipping that card in that paint, and then when I put it on there, I'm actually just dragging it as well, so you can create effects like that. Right, so now I'm going to go into the blue with the card, and then I will do exactly the same thing. I'll run it through the petals, so it looks like you can sort of pretend this is what you like. It can be big bits of rain coming down, it can be hail, it can be bits of weed growing up. It can be what you want it to be. And that's the thing with painting, it's not, you haven't got to do the obvious thing, because sometimes just by playing around, just by getting loads of paint on your brush, experimenting, you can create amazing pictures. Just this is with a works card, as in the shop, the works. And then we'll go back into the white. Create another couple more. It's sometimes difficult to know when to stop doing this. So I'm not going to go much further. Might do a bit more yellow, I think. So just do a couple of yellow lines. Couple of little. And then what I'll do is I'll go back into my big brush. I just want to put a little bit more splashes on there. So I'm going to go back into the yellow. It's going everywhere. And go back into the white. Didn't clean the brush properly, so it's a little bit off white, but it doesn't matter. And just flick it. Gives amazing effects. Okay. As you can see from my hand, it's a messy old business. So if you're doing it at home, just prepare for the fact that it could be a mess. I'm now wiping off my hands again with some kitchen roll. I'm just going to go back in now, just going to make some final touches. Going back in with the little brush, and back to the little brush and the paint pad, and I'm just going to touch in watercolour is amazing because this was just a piece of paper, and now pretty much we've got a painting. So I'm just going to take that off the clips, and I've got a mount here that I prepared earlier, a cardboard mount, because quite often they don't look that much until you put them in the mount, and then you think, oh, that looks better now. So and then I'm going to put that in the mount. And then there it is, that painting. Okay, so remember to keep it clean. Two little pots of water, one that you can keep clean, one that you can dirty. When you're mixing up the brush, remember to keep the paint running and you'll be fine. But don't worry if it goes wrong, it's just a bit of paper, you can just throw it away. Thanks for watching. Bye.